वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
ऐसे सपूत बच्चे सदा बाप के साथ भी है और साथी भी। ये डबल अनुभव स्व के लगन में सदा साथ का अनुभव करते और सेवा में सदा साथी स्थिति का अनुभव करते। ये दोनों अनुभव साथी और साथ का सुदय बाप समान साखी अर्थात न्यारा और प्यारा बना देता। जैसे ब्रह्मा बाप को देखा कि सदा बाप और आप कंबाइंड रूप में सदा अनुभव किया और कराया। कंबाइंड स्वरूप को कोई अलग कर नहीं सकता। ऐसे सपूत बच्चे सदा अपने को ऐसे आप और बाप कंबाइंड रूप अनुभव करते। कोई ताकत नहीं जो अलग कर सके। और ये वर्ष अव्यक्त वर्ष मना रही हो। बोध देने वाला बनना, ऐसा सबोध देना अर्थात मनाना। अव्यक्त का अर्थ ही है व्यक्त भाव, और व्यक्त भावना से परे। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. With a true heart, receive the Father's blessings. Because those who have a true heart receive the Father's blessings according to the time. Their head does everything accurately in a yukti-yukt manner. Because of performing accurate actions, speaking accurate words, and having accurate thoughts, they will have the right touching at the right time, because they have pleased the intellect of the wise, the Father. Those who have pleased God automatically know the significance of all secrets and are yukti-yukt. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 9. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. And today's topic is, with a true heart, receive the Father's blessings. And now let's listen to our Papa's lovely and lucky angel Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti. Yeah, when we listen to Baba, one wants to make everything real and practical. When Baba says, worthy children, will experience Baba, Baba's company and companion. What's the difference? Company and companion. Okay, that's one part. But then, if you are experiencing, what will be your stage? You will be detached observer. You will be detached and lovely. And Baba says, while doing service, you will experience Baba's company and Baba as companion. If we really listen carefully, how many of us really feel that way? Even we know that incognito, Baba is present, but not necessarily our intellect or our head, or practically we feel that. But I think time has come, or actually in future also, time will come when we will need that very much. Because we do service, we can keep doing service. But what Baba wants, how he wants, what he wants. And it seems like Baba is not talking much about service, but is talking about his children. Because what we should be at present, like yesterday, Baba said, I have given you all treasure. I have nothing more to give, but have I received all? So whenever Baba speaks, I always feel his interest is in children. Because whatever we are, we can make others like that. We can't do more, right? You can give knowledge, Baba's introduction, but as much you recognize, others will also experience that much. So, lot depend on us, right? If I feel I am in a combined form, others will experience. But if I keep telling everyone, you should be in combined form, that won't help. Like when Baba says something, we feel it, we feel it's real. Because that's what he is. So I like then again for our homework, the Avyakti signal. When there is true heart, there are blessings. And those blessings will help me to get right touchings at the right time. My head will kind of signal will come. I think all of us would want to pay more attention to see that we could have that blessing so that I am accurate in my thoughts, words, and actions. I think time will come, we won't communicate through words, but whatever is right, whatever is needed, whatever we should be doing, it will happen naturally. Like our head will say, do this now. This is the time to communicate. This is the time to speak like this. And as the future, so unpredictable. And also every day, there are so many different kinds of small, big situations. So I will need Baba as guide. We need Baba as companion. I think maybe for a few moments during day we have this experience that now Baba is my companion. I'm saying few moments because I don't know, it's very long time. It should be. So that means my awareness internally should have that, because when there is true heart, then there must be a lot of love in the heart, right? Baba is giving us knowledge. Baba is the one who has come to create our fortune. It's like all the time, it's Baba who is giving us. It's Baba who is with me. So when all the time remembrance of Baba, right? Actually, Baba gives example of lover and beloved, that what is in their heart is each other's remembrance, right? So, of course, it has to be Baba's blessings and it has to be Baba's help that we are able to have that experience of company and companion. Or as Baba said, Baba's blessing we experience at the right time, right thought will come in our brain. Then I feel sometimes I'm very much pulled into a lot of silence because I feel we can plan, we can think, but not necessarily everything happens in practical. So I like that Baba guides drama, things can happen. And as Baba said that the feelings, so how do we make it practical? How do we make it real? God is with me. He's my companion. I think that if we take it as homework tomorrow, both ways, homework of awake signal and also homework of what Baba said. How do I feel when Baba is my companion or I am in Baba's company? What is really to be detached observer? Detached is one thing, but detached observer, because you cannot close eyes, no, whatever, all the scenes of drama, whatever is happening, is happening. But how do I watch them? And then Baba said, very simply, the definition of avyakt is beyond physical feelings. Avyakt, not vyakt. Vyakt is physical. And I was thinking that in the beginning when I came to Baba and I used to be with Dadis, that used to be real experience. Being with Dadis, we used to feel together with Baba. And as if Baba is guiding us, Baba is telling us what you all should do. And of course now Baba tells us everything in Borli, what we have to do, what service we have to do. It's not that Baba is not telling, but for us to feel internally in a subtle way, in a real way, in a practical way. Like you all heard that Brahma Baba, anything he had to do, he will get permission from Shiv Baba. The other Baba has to travel, Baba has to do whatever. Baba will take Shrimat, even for taking care of Yajna. So now also, because as we are moving forward, coming almost close to end, we have to be guided more and more by Baba. Even for personal life, for my service, for Yajna. So when I listen to Baba, I really just kind of feel very, very eager or keen. Oh, Baba, that's what I want to be that. I want to feel that. I want to do that. Right? not in an ordinary way, doing everything, saying everything, or even while listening, right? Watching, not in an ordinary stage, but from awake stage, being a detached observer. And there will be so much intoxication, so much joy, happiness, lightness. Those wonders, those miracles, I definitely want to witness more. Because we can continue on our journey as we are. But Baba said, no, you have to be perfect. You have to be awake. You have to experience combined form. I know we all are very busy. It's good to be busy. It's also a blessing. Then you have nothing to do. So somewhere your time, every energy will go waste. So we have a lot to do. But we want to do in a way that Baba says. So we want to receive the blessing. Their head is touched, right? So let us practice few of these things. When I'm talking, I'm thinking of Brahma Baba, Dadi's kind of feeling inside that I used to have those feelings. And now we have to create it, because if we create, we experience, that others can also from us. Otherwise, it will be saying it, but they won't feel it. So I have to become, and then I have to make others also like that. Am I doing everything appropriate? Is it what I have touched from Baba? Did we get the signal from Baba? So all this we have to check, and then, as I said, we have to become embodiment. We have to practice that also. Om Shanti.
The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. With a true heart, receive the Father's blessings, because those who have a true heart receive the Father's blessing according to the time. Their head does everything accurately in a yukti-yukt manner. Because of performing accurate actions, speaking accurate words, and having accurate thoughts, they will have the right touching at the right time. Because they have pleased the intellect of the wise, the Father. Those who have pleased God automatically know the significance of all secrets and are yukti-yukt. Om Shanti. Let us experience God's heart throne by the virtue of honesty. सच्ची दिल पर साहिब राजी, परमात्मा दिल तख्त नशीन. With special insights from Mohini Didi. Followed by Happy World of Avyakti Children Season 2 from 10th December to 31st December.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. So this was a little clip from our promo. Wanted to remind everyone that from tomorrow we will be having a very special series with our Awake the Children and Happy World of Awake the Children season 2. If you all remember last year in month of December, we had such a wonderful sharings from all these little angels Awake the Children, and everyone enjoyed a lot. So let you all know that whatever they will share, and each night we'll have one angel with us sharing. But to watch them, listen to them, everyone has to join live. As you all know, that we cannot keep the recording on YouTube, so we won't be able to see it later. So we request everyone, let's enjoy Awake the Children series live in the evening with Awake the Parivar. To give them more encouragement, if we all be together, listen to them. They have progressed a lot, they have learned a lot, and they will be coming with us in Awake the Parivar to share with us. So remind you all, everyone, that from tomorrow we will be starting that series. Happy World of Awake the Children. So today, welcome to Awake the Journey. An honest heart loves to churn. So this was specially planned because many new Baba's children don't know how to churn, and all these 9 days, every day 2 angels came and they had some sharing, chit chat. So this was kind of a very nice way of showing that how we can churn together, because sometimes we meet with each other, we are talking with each other. So Baba said we should not be thinking about the things which is not related to us, but what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to think about the knowledge. We're supposed to churn the knowledge. So that's why I really want to thank all these angels who came all these 9 days and really helped everyone to know how to churn. And today also we'll have 2 angels with us, and Sister Shireen and Sister Judy. Welcome. Thank you.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti, Didi. Thank you, Bhumi Ben, for the welcome. Hello,
Om
Judy.
Shanti. Om Shanti, Sister Shireen. And yes, thank you, Sister Bhumi. Always a lovely introduction. And I just love that opening introduction every time with the series with that little Avyakti angel. So I think today it's greetings to Baba's lucky and lovely angel, Mohini Didi. I think that's what it was today. So warm greetings. So I was thinking a little bit as I listened to Didi share about how unique the leadership of this organization is. In a worldly situation, a worldly organization, those who are appointed leadership have very, very deep worldly training. They'll go and get degrees and experience and all these sorts of things on decision making because they're dealing with such incredibly important decisions. But the leaders in this beautiful organization have very limited schooling, not a lot of worldly education. And so yet they provide this incredible leadership, far-sighted in decision-making, accurate, mature, respectful, sensitive decision-making. So where is that happening from? And that's where the signal really touched me, that it's this incredible, as Didi was saying, this remarkable, the word guided was used, and some might say obedience, but this very honest relationship with God that really emerged so much purity. Purity really is our wisdom. And out of that purity, the touchings or a functioning intellect or whatever you might call it, continues to guide the organization. So I was just touched by the quality of leadership, how unique it is, that it's driven by the cleverness of purity and this pure relationship, honest relationship with God.
When Didi was sharing, I liked what she said about detached observer. It's not just about being detached, but also about being an observer. And that you can't just close your eyes and sit. You actually have to watch. And so I was thinking about how what you were saying about the leadership and how, of course, they don't have like physical degrees, like degrees in a university, but they have so many years of spiritual schooling. Right? It's so much experience on the school of life. It's not like the training they went to 20 years ago, but every day in the school of life, they have this training and this ability to watch. So one of the training is the ability to be a detached observer, the ability to open your eyes and watch whatever is happening. And so the thought was that to be accurate, that you have to be able to be a detached observer. That was one that felt that, like, if you really want to be accurate, you have to be detached and you have to be able to watch. And the second thing that Didi said, which was important, I thought, was about practice. And not so, to be honest or to be accurate, I feel there's a lot of wisdom that is needed. And for the wisdom, we need not only practice, but a concentrated practice. So when I have concentrated practice, then the wisdom develops. If I sit in meditation and my thoughts are running here and there and helter-skelter, wisdom doesn't develop. Wisdom really develops from concentrated practice. And I was all connecting it again to the leadership and how many hours of concentrated practice they must have had.
Beautiful. Yeah. I am very connected as you were sharing some of the thoughts that were coming, was bringing back a little bit the signal from yesterday, because Didi also briefly touched on this role of silence. And this had to do with the company and companion, and as well. And what is that practice? What is that detached observer? That practice is a detached observer. You know, how does churning Baba's knowledge, if you will, lead to a practice of detached observer? And so yesterday, you know, the idea of those who really churn properly will go more to the point, to silence, to essence, versus into more expansion. Sometimes we even use the word vigyan. And this idea that, you know, everything, the reality Baba exposes me to as a companion, I become equal. I'm able to sit in that same place as well. And I'm observing from a place of silence. You know, sometimes we say neutral, from a place of silence, which is extremely effective in being able to respond from a place of benevolence. So I was really targeting or focusing on that, touching about the idea of silence in terms of company and companion as well, and being the detached observer. And, you know, even we can churn so much just on what is this silence Baba's talking about, you know. It's so unique. And you said they have so much. I loved what you were saying about the concentrated practice, the integration of that stage of silence into responding, into leading, into interacting. So I'm not in this sort of detached silence, a strange concept of silence, but a very, you know, benevolent, responding silence. So I've been thinking a lot the last few days about this place of silence that for me is connected a lot to company and companion.
You know, till a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I didn't really understand why, for the power of determination, that we used scales, that Baba used the symbol of scales for the power of determination. And this scales is like, there has to be equal balance of two good things, right? It's not about doing something or not doing something, but two really good things that have to be an equal balance. And that when that scale, those old-fashioned scales, the needle is very still. And so when we have this practice of balancing, let's say, loving and detached, or being a detached observer and engaging with the world, all of those, what seems like diametrically opposite things, but they're actually two good things, is when we are able to balance, the needle becomes very still. That means that there is absolute silence. That silence comes from the practice of these seemingly opposite things, but that needs to be integrated. And today, just when you were talking about silence, the thought came about not just all of those things, but the mind and the intellect also have to be balanced. That there has to be a balance of my heart, of the mind, of the intellect, of having pure thoughts for everyone. All of those things, if those don't happen, that there isn't, that we don't really know Baba accurately. Baba says only so few know us accurately, but to really understand him accurately, I think we have to go from this place of balance, the mind and intellect being balanced. And in that silence, when we know Baba accurately, then we know that what is this thing that Baba is calling as yukti yukt, right? Today he kept saying in the thing, everything has to be done in a yukti yukt manner. But if there isn't that balance, I don't know if we will know what is yukti yukt.
It's so interesting as you were sharing. Again, my mind was moving to a physical example because it's so concrete. But that feeling in general that Baba's guidance, his first guidance, is to get me to be able to attain that stage that you're talking about, that balance stage. And they spent a very long time so it almost makes me an instrument, if you will. And then the second form of guidance, as that instrument, he can use me in his service. So in physical examples, you've described it beautifully. If I was to ask everyone in Avyakti Parivar and Sister Shireen right now to stand up and stand on one leg, balance, you would have to find that stillness or that silent point. And very often souls start to kind of shake around more. And it's not about telling them what muscles to fire. It's just about I, the soul, that being who is stabilizing the body. I just need to be still. And then the body will accurately work around that stillness. It will know what to do. This happens all the time. Many say, well, give me the cueing of how to accurately balance. It's like the body actually knows how to balance. But you, the chariot, you need to be in an accurate or quiet place. And then the body will do what it needs to do around you at will. So Baba's training or guidance is so effective. It's so to the point. He knows exactly the one thing he needs to get into an accurate or pure state, and everything else will then function properly around that.
I think we're out of time, but I just wanted to share one thing. One of the things that Didi shared was about company and companion today, and how important that relationship is, to be able to be yukta yukt. If I have Baba, then I know at the right time, right, what to do, what not to do. And even with timetable, right, that's something very practical, because I always gravitate towards when Didi is giving very practical things. And and in the past she has said that you can't just be listening to Murli and taking a walk. Now that it's on Zoom, that's not accurate. So if I don't follow those things, very simple things, accurately, like just sit down and listen to the Murli when you're listening to the Murli and not take a walk, then the accuracy doesn't come, then the company doesn't come, Baba's company doesn't come into your life, then Baba's companion, you don't feel Baba's companion. So even though you're doing things, but because they're not done in an accurate way, there are no blessings, there's none of those attainments or experiences. And the other one very important thing I was thinking is, when you're watching this detached observer, when Didi was talking about you keep your eyes open and watch, that one awareness has to be there, is that this is the confluence age. If I don't have that very simple awareness while I'm watching as a detached observer, then I feel again that accuracy of where I am, that it's time to go home. All of those thoughts don't come into our heads if I don't say, okay, this is this is the confluence age, and I'm here with Baba and I'm watching as a detached observer.
Beautiful. I'm just happy we have such an accurate and honest teacher as God. That's all I have to say. So thank you so much, Shireen. I really enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy Ben.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Sister Shireen and Sister Judy. Thank you. So now let's have our meditation video homework, and then we'll take Drishti from Didi and remember Baba. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Lord is pleased with an honest heart, seated on God's heart throne. With a true heart, receive the Father's blessings, because those who have a true heart receive the Father's blessings according to the time. Their head does everything accurately in a yukti-yukt manner. Because of performing accurate actions, speaking accurate words, and having accurate thoughts, they will have the right touching at the right time, because they have pleased the intellect of the wise, the Father. Those who have pleased God automatically know the significance of all secrets and are yukti-yukt.
सच्चे दिल पर साहिब राजी, परमात्म दिल तख्त नशीन, सच्चे दिल से बाप की दुआएं कमाना, सच्चे दिल वाले बच्चों को विशेष बाप की दुआएं प्राप्त होने के कारण समय प्रमाण उनका दिमाग युक्ति युक्त यथार्थ कार्य स्वतः ही कर लेता है, क्योंकि यथार्थ कर्म बोल व संकल्प होने कारण समय प्रमाण वही टचिंग उनके दिमाग में आएंगी, क्योंकि बुद्धिवानों की बुद्धि बाप को राजी किया हुआ है। जिसने भगवान को राजी किया वह स्वतः ही रास युक्त 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 होता है। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti, everyone. Good night. Om Shanti.